friends, warriors, architects of your own reality. We focus so much on the world outside of us. We create plans, we set goals, we try to change our habits, our finances, our lives. We push against the world with all our might, trying to force it into the shape of our dreams. And yet, so many of us remain stuck, fighting the same battles over and over again. Why? Because we are starting the fights on the wrong battlefield. The outer world is not the problem. Your circumstances are not the problem. The real war, the one that determines everything else, is fought inside you. Before you can ever hope to change your life, you must first do the hardest and most important work there is. You must change the way you see yourself. Your self-image is the single most powerful force in your life. It is the blueprint that your subconscious mind uses to construct your reality. You cannot build a skyscraper on a blueprint for a shack. It is impossible. Your mind will work tirelessly, 24/7, to ensure that your external life perfectly matches the person you believe you are on the inside. If deep down your blueprint says, "I am a person who never finishes what they start," you will find a way to sabotage your own success. If your blueprint says, "I am not worthy of love," you will push away those who try to give it. If it says, "I am a procrastinator," you will always find a reason to start tomorrow. You have a story you tell yourself about who you are. That story was written a long time ago. It was written by past failures, by the careless words of others, by your own fears. For many of us, that story is a tragedy. It is a story of limitation, of doubt, and of not being enough. And you have been living inside that story for so long, you have forgotten that you are the author, not just a character. Today, you pick up the pen. Today, you start writing a new story. But you cannot just lie to yourself. The mind is too smart for that. To change the way you see yourself, you must provide it with new evidence. You must build a new case for a new identity. This is how it's done. You do not start by trying to feel like a new person. You start by acting like the person you want to become in the smallest, most undeniable ways. If the old story says, "I am undisciplined," your new story must be, "I am a person who keeps their promises to themselves." And the evidence, you get up when the alarm rings just once. That is a piece of evidence. You make your bed. That is a piece of evidence. You do the workout you said you would do. That is undeniable proof. If the old story says, "I am not smart enough," your new story is, "I am a learner." And the evidence, you read 10 pages of a book today. You watch one educational video. You ask one intelligent question. You are building a new case. Each of these actions is a hammer blow against the prison walls of your old self-image. They are small, yes, but they are real. They are proof. And your subconscious mind cannot argue with proof. You must become a deliberate collector of evidence. Your job is to spend each day gathering proof that your new story is the true story. With enough evidence, the old blueprint begins to fade. The old story becomes a work of fiction. And then, something magical happens. The way you see yourself in the mirror begins to change. You no longer see the person of past failures. You start to see a glimpse of the warrior, the creator, the disciplined individual you are building. And once your internal identity shifts, your external actions will begin to align with it effortlessly. You will no longer have to force yourself to be disciplined. You will simply be a disciplined person. Your actions will be a natural consequence of who you now are. This is the secret. Stop fighting your circumstances. Start rewriting your identity. The person you have been up until today has brought you this far, but they cannot take you to the next level. That requires a new you. So I ask you now, who do you want to be? Decide. Write the new story. And then spend the rest of today gathering the evidence to make it true. Change the blueprint. Change the story. Change the way you see yourself. And you will, I promise you, change your world.